activities. Do I have what?
Paper copy.
I actually do have a couple paper copies.
Yeah, I was going to say I have one.
Yeah, I printed off a couple of them. Otherwise, you can find it on iTunes. You guys all get it?
Yeah.
Okay. What you guys are going to be doing is you're going to be seeing how friction affects the heat of things, or the temperature, okay? What you'll notice on here, wow, a lot of you guys want paper copies. Glad I printed them off. Well, you just need one per group. So, what you guys are going to do is a science talk. You will see the topics right there. The first one, how can you manipulate the amount of friction acting on your mousetrap car to make it travel further? Where does the heat come from in the rubber band activity? Toasters create infrared radiation by passing electricity through nichrome, an alloy of nickel and chromium that has a high electrical resistance. How is heat generated in the toaster? Explain how aerodynamic friction can be catastrophic for a spacecraft. Determine the amount of energy converted to heat in the Hot Wheels investigation and calculate the coefficient of friction between the car and the track. Years ago, Ms. Caine did research in tribology, which is the study of friction, true story, at Argonne National Lab. She analyzed the wear marks on steel balls that rub together at high temperatures using different lubricant coatings for applications from military trucks and desert environments. How might desert environments produce unique challenges for vehicles? Number 7, explain how lighting a match works, and then in parentheses you'll notice, don't just Google this, use evidence from your experiments. Cheaters, don't do that. Friction welding is a process by which two materials are fused together by pressing them against each other while one of the two parts is rotated at high speeds. Explain how this works at the molecular level. Number 9, when an object is warmer than the surrounding air, how does it cool? And 10, why do car tires heat up while the car is in motion? How does this affect the tire pressure? So those are the possible science talk topics. If you have another topic that you would like that's related to heat and friction, then just talk to me about it, because you can. Otherwise, just sign up. I've got the list up here. Once I get done with the directions, please claim what science talk you want to do. For my 2 new people, science talks are just very informal presentations. Just a couple slides, you answer the question using pictures or videos from your lab, or number values too, just data from your lab. You can look things up, but you have to have evidence from the experiment itself. Okay, a very informal thing, and it's you and your group, 2 to 3 people per group. You'll notice the required activities. The first one is a FET simulation, so that's pretty straightforward. You guys have done a million of these. The one that you are doing is that picture right there, so do that one. It's the friction one. The next thing is the sand jar. So I have several jars of sand. Some are just regular white sand. I have black sand. I don't know how our lab aide came up with that. That's pretty cool though. We have pea gravel, 1 jar of that, and 1 jar of regular gravel. You are going to shake this for about 5 minutes straight. So make sure you have people in your group that can help you. You have to keep shaking it. All right, you will use the temperature probes over here. Welcome back. So use the temperature probes, they're right here. You also need the interface, right there, they're charging. Get the before and after temperature, and then you can see how the temperature changed through there and answer the questions. Questions about that one? That one's pretty easy. You really do have to shake it for a while, so make sure that your partners disperse that activity. Don't just I don't know, pull an arm muscle before basketball practice or something. So there's that. The next one, rubber band. So the rubber bands are in here. What you're going to do, and just trust me on this, you're going to take the rubber band and put it on your lip. Okay? Just put it on your lip. I know that sounds disgusting, but there's more nerves in your lip than most other places. So you have a better ability to figure out the temperature of things from your lip. That's pretty important before you burn yourself. So anyway, you do that and then pull it apart several times. So just doing this several times, then put it back on your lip. Okay, and you'll feel a difference in temperature. Tell me what that is, approximately. You're not going to have a number value for it. When you are done with it, please throw it in the garbage. Does not go back in the container of new ones for other people. That's disgusting. Okay, it doesn't go in your mouth, doesn't touch your tongue, it's just your lip in the garbage. We have that perfectly clear. It does not go back with the new ones. Thank you. Next activity is Hot Wheels. So the Hot Wheels track is back here. It's not really Hot Wheels. I thought about bringing it in myself. masses on it. There's a mass there and a mass down here. The yellow car does not have any masses. What you're going to do is set it on the track. Figure out where you want to start it and just be consistent. So you set it on the track, measure its height, and then see where it rolls up to. Okay? So use your iPads to see the differences in height. You're going to want to do this several times. If you do the video, then you can pause it and really get accurate measurements. Okay? So use your iPad to video record this. Do several times and figure out the change in height from where it started to say where it ended, that kind of thing. That's only going to be slight. Then do the same thing with the weighted car. Okay, you'll put the weighted car on the track and it'll go right down. You'll notice that there's a little track part there. It's pretty easy. Don't let it fall off. That whole set was like super expensive, so don't break it. Last thing is the bow drill. There is a video online, it's on YouTube. You're going to watch the video and explain how a bow drill works. I don't know if any of you watch the show Naked and Afraid on TV. I love that show. So these people go out into the wild and they have to survive with just limited tools. They each get to pick one tool and they have to survive 21 days out there, and so they're always out there making bow drills and trying to get fires to start. So it's a primitive fire tool. So it's kind of neat that you can apply friction to that and see how the bow drill actually works. I put the video on iTunes U, so the link is there so you can find it so you don't have to type it in. Questions? All right, science talks are for Friday, and you guys can get to work. 2 or 3 per group.
So we're doing this whole packet, right?
Do the whole packet. You guys don't have to go in order. So if there's nobody on the Hot Wheels track, you can do that first. I would start the sand early and later. Anybody know their science talk topics? I'll go ahead and write them down. Claim a good one. That's already been taken. Faster.
What's the first one?
The tires are already been taken.
Oh.
Wait, we play this one first. You need the temperature thing?
I'll do the test.
Alright. Should do the, who's doing the stat chart?
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking at you. Yes, programs are there.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, I shake it right away.
The topic. Oh, this one's yours. So that one is Jafar's. Notice how Jafar's is perfectly flat on here, so that way it has a surface to build up from. Okay, this is, I'm reprinting his right now because this got messed up somehow, but you need to have something perfectly flat. Yours was flat on one part, but then, so you had two flat sides, which was good, but then this raised up some to come across and there was nothing to connect that. So if I were you, I would make this whole thing one flat surface. And then if you want to make part of it just come up from here, that works. But don't just try to like build a bridge across the two sides because the printer is going to get messed up. Does that make sense? Because there's nothing for it to stick to. Okay, so make a flat surface like Jafar's did. And then if you, he didn't have the holes like centered, so try to make your hole centered as well. Micaiah?
Yes.
When you go to make yours, try to make your hole centered. Come look at this one. Hello. How's it going? So when you go to do this, make sure your holes are centered a little bit because I have to reprint this since this part didn't come up. Otherwise it's going to end up waiting.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Yeah, so when we go to do this, yeah, just bring it down a little bit so it's right in the center. Yeah. You can join the group. Do you want to work with Micaiah right now? Because tomorrow her partner's going to be back, but she doesn't. Who are you working with right now?
I'm working with Jen.
Do you want to just join that for now?
Take it out.
When we get first thing.
We are, you go to iTunes, others, I didn't print off a couple copies. Friction and work activities.
Explain how the temperature goes up as atoms move fast. The faster the atoms vibrate, the lower the temperature goes. It seems like. Oh, so it goes up higher. Yeah.
There's a lot in there, but otherwise, the air around it is going to pull it off. So that's part of the standard there. You guys are getting your work
More than will.
Did you record forward action? Gotta get under her bed.
Oh, sorry. We just need 1 minute. Where's the white sheet?
Yeah,
Go get the interface up there. And then once you do that, then you can connect with the Bluetooth, and then it'll automatically start working. How are you guys doing? I suggest you start doing the sand at the same time because you have to shake that for like a really long time. So one person could be working on this while somebody else is shaking the sand. And don't forget to get the temperature before you start shaking it. What's up? The shaking the sand or the person to do it?
So like writing the
Yeah, that's fine.
So we're splitting up. It's gonna be us.
Perfect. Did you guys figure out your science talk? Because if we're splitting groups. Because you guys were all going to do one science talk together. But now since we're splitting into two groups, one group has to do something different.
Yeah.
Going to be like a battle royale or how's it going to work?
We can explain how lighting and match works.
I believe someone's already taken match. Let me check real fast.
Okay, we got connected. We got connected.
So, here, let's go back to your group. The ones I have left are toasters, aerodynamic friction, and friction welding, unless there's something else you guys would like to explore. Is it just to you and ants.
Toasters and what else?
Toasters, aerodynamic friction, and friction welding.
We'll do friction welding.
Would you like to confer with your partner?
Oh, sorry.
Does that sound good, Ant? Okay. And so then you guys keep rubber band.
All right, just add jazz.
Thank you.
I don't see that it's gonna end my.
Did you put it on your lip first?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be subtle,
Yeah.
but you will feel it getting warmer. Just do it a few more times, or you know what? Try and find a rubber band that's thicker in the package. You'll feel it more on that one.
All right. I'll go get it.
Okay. You guys all good? How are you guys? Really, Jack?
This is the push it down.
No, side to side, not like that.
Push it down on
Yeah, not. You gotta push the book down and go backward, not just like hit the book. Yeah.
Is it 13?
Oh, you guys are graphing it. We just needed the number value. Oh, let's just do a new experiment then. Select measurement, and then you guys have your temperature right there. Give it a moment because it's definitely not 0 degrees Celsius. Oh. Get a new probe. This one's not working.
There's another one in the bag.
That's helpful. Yeah. Did you check the number on there? Each one of these has a number on it, so that it connects just like your phone does to Bluetooth. All right, let's do that.
Come again? It feels like that all the time.
It's definitely not 0 degrees Celsius. It should be closer to 25. Is this a before or after shaking? Okay, good.
Isn't even the right one. 5, 2, 3. Yeah, thanks, John.
Start. Oh, we forgot to hit start. That's great. That's on recording too. All right, what's up? So that's good. 386. Just grab a different one, I think. 386 might not be working. And then plug it back in. Because it's flashing blood on the Friday. Otherwise, once you guys do that, it'll show up like that. We do have lab space. You don't have to sit. Sorry. It's okay. I just don't want you to get stepped on. There's chairs right there, too. You can sit there. Just don't get stepped on.
Yeah.
It's going to look really bad on my recording. You guys good?
Yeah.
Now don't forget to hit start, because that's what my other group did, including me. I'm a part of it. There you go.
Put it in the sand. Quick start, Jack.
Yeah, so which one of these changes? The force of friction, the coefficient of friction, or normal force? Normal force, meaning the weight of the object. So if you're pushing down on it, are you changing?
The normal.
Exactly, because you're adding more weight to it. So if you add more here, what's going to happen with friction? Exactly, and if that becomes more, what? All right, let's see. Do you have the Bluetooth on your iPad turned off?
Wow,
You know, because when I went here, it was on.
There we go. Now go back. Now it should work. Here, Pasco. Let's just like shut that part off and try it again. There we go. Helps if we have Bluetooth on.
You didn't even call it on.
Okay, so let's go to your temperature right there. So that's good. And then let's come back over here and start. Oh, we don't have the value. There we go.
Cool, thank you.
How are you guys?
Muscle man.
Which one's kinetic energy? Very good. Have you said the vote yet?
That's good because you know that I walk out of your head.
You gotta click start now.
That was actually my fault too. The not remembering the head start. Did you head start?
It won't start.
Well, that's weird. So let's just log out of it and then go back in. On. Are we connected? It says we're not. Which one is it? 523. Now let's see. Okay. 520. It says we're not connected yet. And you guys have Bluetooth turned on?
Yeah.
Okay. Because one of the other groups, that was the problem. Maybe try one of the other iPads because it's showing. One of you guys try it with your iPads instead. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It just connected. All I had to do was threaten the iPad. And it's still not going to work. Yeah, try one of the other iPads.
Can we talk about our mouse chat card?
Yes, let me see.
What's that? What's that?
Nice. So that looks good, but what I would do is raise this part up.
Okay.
So that way it's perfectly level. And then what I'll do is when I go to splice the file to print it, I'll put this on the bottom side and it'll easily build these two legs on their own. Okay, and then the other thing that you don't have here is the hole for the axles to go in. So you need an axle for the wheels.
I was gonna drill.
Yo, Don, you got gravel?
Oh, that's right. So you already have a drill and everything at home? Okay, then perfect. It might be easier to just build it into the design, but if you want to just drill it, then that's cool too. Yeah, resend me that and I will.
Okay? 'Cause it's a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little ledge there. Can we raise this one up? Just let me raise it up a little bit.
Who has gravel?
Oh shoot, I moved it. Okay, well, let's see. I made it worse. There. That looks good to me. Double check it and send it to me and I'll print it later today. I have Manny's printing right now for my other class. How are you doing? What's that? Oh, okay. For the temperature part. Are you guys, did you already start shaking it?
Irish.
And you didn't get the temperature before? Okay. Well, get the temperature, then shake it, and then do it again. Yeah. So FF is force of friction. U, is coefficient of friction. FF the weight. So if you're pushing down on it, which of those variables are you changing right now? Very good. So if we increase the normal force, what happens to the force of friction? Yep. And if the force of friction increases, what happens to the temperature? Exactly. So I just want you to write that.
Miss Kane,
What's up?
Okay, so after switching it got a little warmer to the touch due to the work of pulling the
Nice. So work turned into what? What did you do by doing work? You gave it what kind of energy? Confer with your group. Double check.
kinetic.
You think that's right? Good, because you were right. I just wanted to make sure you guys all got that. How are you guys doing? Look at that temperature reading. You can grab a rubber band too. We have an excess supply. We don't need to. Just keep doing it. I know. I actually did that rubber band activity when I was in college. So when I was in thermodynamics in college, that's where I got that idea of it to do that. I remember thinking it was crazy I put it on my lip, but it works. So yeah, just keep doing it. You'll give it more energy that way.
How do I reset it?
You're not resetting it, it's just taking the temperature right now. So that's what it's saying is the temperature in the room right now.
But it's actually kind of warm.
Yeah. So just leave it going. You can constantly get the temperature.
Oh, okay.
So then if you like hold it, it should start getting warmer. Yeah, see, because my hand's on it. And now it'll go back to room temperature. How long have you been shaking it?
2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Keep shaking. Nobody's done the car. Oh, good. They're on the car. Have you done the car yet? Okay. Did you watch the video?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you do the
The sand? No.
No, not the sand, the PET simulation, because that one looks like the, yeah, so I want a molecular drawing kind of like that. I want to see how the molecules are moving. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, that's just dust.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So that whole reaction
Sand guys are up there.
it made me.
Over there.
Halfway there.
Now we just wait for questions. Eric and Mark, make sure you guys record that. Stand back a little bit. You want to move this table, but stand back and make sure that you get that on video so it's, you're not going to get a good angle from there. Move your leg.
You can get on video and then see where the top peaking
Okay, that's good. Because now you guys have the space that you can move back a little bit. Thank you. I moved you over, Charles. There. Now, do you see how you can stand there and get a better view of it? We can move this chair out of here, too. Whose jacket is this? Somebody's jacket? Jasmine's in yours. You don't have, it's fine. I just want to make sure. How we doing?
Alright, go.
Last year when they did that, it was just regular thermometers, not the Casco ones. And nobody could find any difference in the sand. And I'm like, I know there's a difference. So then once I realized that wasn't going to work, then 3 degrees is actually pretty good. That's a lot. That's a lot more than I was expecting. A regular thermometer should have picked that up last year. Casco ones are better. You can try it. They found 3 degrees difference, so maybe you don't need the full 5 minutes.
400 seconds away.
Okay, then just go for it. Yeah. Is anybody doing gravel? I don't hear the gravel sounds.
Right
Go from 19 to 20.
So that should work well. So go ahead and send
Right now you gotta do this part. True. So when you start the same place, 19.
starts perfectly flat.
Right, go.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
That one. What are you doing, this one?
Like right here.
Yeah, right there.
Because I can change that so it matches the height of a mousetrap or the length of it. Yeah, that looks good. Perfect. Somebody else call me up. Don, you did. The gravel is up there. Nobody did gravel. You guys don't have to do the gravel at all. Hopefully it's something that. Hey guys, I'll see if somebody in one of my other physics classes will do gravel so that I can get you their change in temperature tomorrow. Alright, so 7th period, 6th period doing the same thing. So I'll have them do gravel. Are you going to do it? You're just volunteering? I like that. Never mind, Don's doing gravel. And his partner. Just whatever it takes for you guys to answer the question. So just like the other science talks. So there's no, what's that?
It's like 2.
Well, 2 slides or whatever. Well, you got to do the rest of the lab too. But yeah, just use your data from there and use pictures or videos. Some sort of evidence for you. Okay. But I don't have a specific number of slides that has to be. Okay. And you'll have time tomorrow to work on the science talk. Just finish the data plan. Guys, don't forget to do the car one. Only one group has done cars, and that's probably the most fun.
No, it's not.
My life is surrounded by houses. My son. I literally have like 7 or 8 houses stressed at home because my son loves it so much. Actually, how long has that been? It's only 5 minutes. We can handle
What is the unit? Centimeters? Do the yellow car. Allow the yellow car to roll down the track and off the other side when your epic and that's a Did you measure them right there? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we used to record So then what did so it ends down here.
So I want you guys to do the whole thing so you have a really good understanding of work and then start video answering that one question. Worry about the questions later. You can start your science talk another time. But get all this other data first so that way you can have really like solid presentation to support your conclusion. How you guys liking those cards?
Great.
You have vent must be over here.
It's coming out from the
Oh,
vent.
okay. This is freezing over here.
Did you guys record where it started and where it ended? So I don't know where it ends at the bottom. I want from over here. So it started on one side, yeah. Either catch it. I would probably use the iPad and record it so that way you
I recorded it.
yeah. And then when you do that, if you want, I can get you another meter stick, but like hold another meter stick right there. So when you record it, you can get like a really easy. You know what? You only need the one because you already measured where you're starting.
Oh.
Perfect. So kind of come around this way so you can see it from that angle. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Restart.
Matt, you breaking my toys?
Yeah, man, why'd you break your foot?
Oh wait, I wasn't ready.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Whatever.
What are you recording?
I'm measuring.
What are you measuring? You're nothing measured? Can you do that with the card?
Y'all haven't licked out.
Now I kind of want to see how that's going. I didn't get what app is that? I've never seen it. The measure app. You just take pictures of stuff and it does it. So we could have done that with the Power Lab last week. Did you do it with the Power Lab last week?
I didn't think that. I was just bored, so I was just
No. That's so much easier than having it measured by hand. See if it'll work with the card. You guys haven't done the card yet, have you? Do it with the meter stick first and then do it with that. You won't see the difference. I like the color coding. Very nice. Have you done the sand or the other ones yet?
I have not done the sign jar and the Hot Wheels.
Okay. That's good. So you did the computer ones first. Make sure you get those done today. You'll also have some time at test tomorrow. Did you pick a science talk yet?
No, not yet. I plan to get this all done first, then kind of do the sign.
Okay. The science talk sheet is up here so you can see. When you get the, so you don't have to figure it out. If you want to do your stuff first, that's fine. But otherwise, there's these talks left where you can do your own. So that's fine. Just continue working. Carry on.
Perfect. And then for me, it says where did the energy that was lost transfer to? What is
So it went up by 3 as well? That's disappointing. Hey guys, we have disappointing data. The gravel also went up by 3. So far every group has gone up by 3. I don't know, I just thought the gravel would give us something interesting. It's the same. All right then. Well, I appreciate your sacrifice and shaking that for so long.
You guys work out for the day.
You guys good?
Yeah, our temperature got over by like 1.
Okay. Other groups might have shaken them harder, but on average, people don't have enough. So, yeah, that's fine. So you guys see, this wasn't how you said it's working. Is it actually working, or are you just telling me it's working? Okay, good. Like,
Well, I mean, either way, it's good.
you guys good?
Yeah.
We're doing the video.
Nice. I love watching the people at Naked and Afraid try to make those things. And they're always trying to find like dry wood and the right types of wood, and then there's natural like fire starter type things, and it's really interesting. You don't actually like see their body parts. They are undressed, but like all that's blacked out. You don't see anything. But they're out there by themselves in the wild making these things.
So the first question I was to draw the diagram, was it just drawing?
Yeah, so I'm gonna see like Jake A over there. He did a really good job where he had like the stick and then the round part below that's both wood. So he drew that, and then he had an arrow for the rotation, and then he drew the same type thing from up here, like a molecular diagram where you see the atoms moving around.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like.
Yeah, what's black sand? Black sand is a different type of sand, and to be honest, you have to ask probably Mr. Koff, because he's more into geology and that kind of stuff. I think it has to do more with like volcanic stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm a physicist, not anything geology.
Is it safe to like touch the extension?
It is, yeah. There are black sand beaches and stuff that you can go to. There used to be one in Hawaii. I assume it's still there. I don't know. But yeah, there are actual beaches. Oh, you know what? When I went to Iceland, there was a black sand beach there. It was too cold to actually go out in the water and stuff, but we walked around on the black sand. Yeah. It looks like that. It is cool, actually. If you get the chance to go to Iceland, you should. I love Iceland.
I heard it's bad luck if you like.
What are you supposed to
Then don't touch it. I didn't take it from the beach, so I don't know that I necessarily believe that superstition, but if you do, just leave it in the jar.
No, wait.
Oh, how many are you doing?
It will go.
I never I take AP physics. I was looking at your schedule once you transferred in my class. You're an AP class. Well, do you like physics? Okay then. Well, that's probably a good thing you're in regular. Do you like chemistry? Okay. That's good. I actually started out in chemistry and then switched to physics. I don't know. I like that physics is generally safer, and I like how and I like the clear physics part. I just didn't want to like study that and worry about kids Yeah. Is it really? Measure my height. See? Well, I'm in heels. Otherwise, I'm normally 6 foot. Should be like 6'2" in these heels.
Oh, wait, I did it too long.
Did you? Now it's just getting weird. How long is this going to take?
It's not letting me add a point. It's at like 6 points.
Okay, that seems about right, because I'm in heels today.
There's 7. So what other lives are
So you did see it? Did you watch the video yet? The bow drill? No? Alright, you guys can finish that one up tomorrow. And you did the FET? The simulation? Yeah, that was easy, and the video is easy. Did you do cars yet? Well, I'm glad you guys did the gravel. I appreciate that. So, and that's it. So you guys will have something to finish up tomorrow. Alright guys, there's about 5 minutes left. Please start cleaning up. Put the sand back. Make sure the lid is on the sand. Put those back. Put all the other stuff back where you found it. Start cleaning up a bit. You will have time tomorrow.
Who's doing this printing, Miss King?
Award last year. So with my $10,000 $5, I got 3D printers.
Have you used it like personally just to make anything?
It sounds crazy, but I make a lot of pins, like butterfly pins. So you can put a push pin in it, and then it goes on a cork board. I make those as gifts. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When I go to print yours off, I can use the purple filament like you want. But the gray is just
Now I'm excited. Now my 30 minutes of looking at a screen is going to be worth it.
It only took you 30 minutes to build it?
No, it took me 30 minutes to figure out that circle thing.
Okay.
All day. Like I was
But now that you know,
when I walked in my room and I was like this, it's just like, what are you doing? And I was like, something for physics. You know what?
do you know how fulfilling it's going to be though when you make your mouse card and you're like, I designed that. You did that. Yeah. Yeah, so it's 3DCIO. It's on the district iPads, and then you can build whatever you want. If you build it, I can print it. So I have kids making like Mickey Mouse things for their siblings. I had one kid do the New York skyline before 9/11. So you design it, I'll print it. Yeah, you start off with little shapes, and like Micaiah said, it takes a while to get used to the software. Like it really takes a long time. When I first tried it, my stuff was horrible. I saved it just like for me to remember how hard it is to like. No, you like just go ahead and download 3DCIO. So it's at self-service.
I don't know if I downloaded it.
You probably didn't. Oh, when I was talking about it, yeah, you could have. I don't know. 3DC. That's with that one. Install. And then you'll see you can just add shapes to stuff, and then you build off of those shapes. You can move them around, and then that's about it. You just really have to play with it for a while to figure it out. And then if you want to like make your name, I can print that.
Oh. That's so cool.
Yeah, it is pretty neat.
I didn't like the first time I just saw it.
Oh, that's right, because you weren't in my class this semester. But yeah, I have those running quite a bit. Alright guys, did everyone put their stuff away?
Yeah.
Did you plug in the interfaces, the little white ones? So that way they work later? Did everybody plug those back in over here? Put my sands back?
Yeah.
Kathy informed me that it's bad luck to take black sand from a beach, so don't take it with you. You don't want that kind of bad luck.
It's like seeing a black cat.
I have a black cat.
I don't like cats, so.
How can you not like cats?
Well, I'm allergic to them, so. They make my throat swell up.
I can see why you don't like cats.
Yeah.
Alright guys, is everybody good for tomorrow? Everybody know what they need to do?
Yes, we do.
Does everybody understand their science talk? What you're going to use for your data?
Yeah.
Alright, make sure you've got pictures, videos, the actual like numeric data if you're using temperature. Alright.
I'm so excited now to actually
your
finish
car?
that. Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm
I
excited
honestly
to
want to
print
do
your
the
car.
wheels too, but I don't know. I feel like it's not going to work.
I wouldn't print the wheels. You're not going to get enough friction from those.
Because the one on
CEs actually work
Thingiverse,
really well.
yeah, that's what
CEs
Jocelyn
with
told me.
balloon around the outside. You can print the axles.
Yeah, I
So
know we were going to
this
use
would be
like
the axle and then the wheels around the outside. You could do that.
Yeah, we were going to do skewers or like.
Skewers work.
What's bigger than a skewer? I don't know. Like a stick, yeah. Something
Most
wooden,
common
yeah.
are the skewers or pens. But yeah, that's gonna
Because
be
I
cool.
still don't understand, like, I was telling Desiree, I don't really understand how the mouse chat makes the part, but
Well, you get the potential energy with the mouse.
Well, I know, but like
When you get all the pieces, I'll help you
Yeah.
put it together and you'll get it.
Alright.
Alright, see you guys. Have a good day. Be safe. Bye.
You too. Have a good day.